Hello, I'm Bill Braithwaite. I'm a QC and I've been a QC for over 20 years now, specialising in really severe injury that people suffer to either the brain or the spine. I spend my time travelling the country seeing people who've had these terrible injuries, and I visit them at home or in hospital, wherever is convenient. I talk to them and their families about all the problems, and what we do between us is we try to work a strategy out for their compensation claim, to try and make it as comfortable for them as is possible in a difficult process, but to make sure that they are really secure in what is happening. Now, being a QC means that you've been selected specially for your ability. It's a process that you have to go through, you apply, and in the end, if you're successful, you actually get a warrant signed by the Queen allowing you to work as a QC. And what we do, as I say, is we specialise if we can. I do nothing but really severe brain and spine injury, and I only ever work for people who have suffered that type of injury. I never work, never ever, for the people who cause the injury or for their insurance companies or for the major employers, organisations, National Health Service. And I think that's a real advantage, because I think it means that every day I'm working for an injured person, I never have to worry about whether that will conflict with the interest of working for an insurance company. And I think that's really important. And I'd like to think that the people I work for would value it as well. Now, what I do is I don't just appear in court. I visit people in hospital, I visit them at home, as I've said already, and between us, between the family, there's always a solicitor involved as well, who won't be as specialist as me. That's no criticism, but they just don't do as many cases as I do. I've seen way over 1,000 people who have suffered really severe injury. And what we do is, between us all, with the family, we talk about what needs to be done. For example, getting people home from hospital can be really difficult. If you're badly injured, your house might not be suitable, it needs to be adapted, you need equipment, you need transport, and unless you've got the money ready, then it's not that easy. And one of the things I specialise in is getting people home, getting them the money to get back into life, to live their lives after a really, really serious injury as best they can. And that involves not just court skills, it involves knowing how to present a case, knowing about strategy and tactics, and that involves all sorts of other things, including negotiation. And I find the earlier you get a QC into a case, the better, because we can start to negotiate sometimes when the patient is still in hospital. I've certainly done that, and you get the insurers to come to hospital to actually see the reality of what their insured has done by way of causing injury, and sometimes you can have a sensible conversation. So negotiation is a huge part of what I do. And for example, over the years I've secured hundreds of millions of pounds, literally hundreds of millions of pounds in compensation for injured people, and I expect to achieve finalisation of about £50 million of cases every year. So that's finishing the cases, and during that process you have to prepare those cases, you have to decide in discussion with the injured person and family what evidence you need, and you have to bring it all together so that the case looks really, really strong. And in the end, what I hope I do is I comfort people, I support them through to the end, so that when the pressure's on, we're there, I'm there behind them with my arm round their shoulder, metaphorically, helping them to get a good result. That's what I hope I do. That's what I think I do. And I think it's really important that people have that type of specialisation pretty much from day one. So if I can help in any way, just give me a ring. There's no charge, it's all free. It's what I do. I'm passionate about what I do, and if you feel you'd like to give me a ring, just do so.